Greetings and welcome to Hook for Life with Mary Beth Temple. We are going to take a look at the vacation bag in this video. We're going to start by putting a chain stitch using hand embroidery around the zipper. We're going to put our first row of crochet in that zipper. We're going to work in this direction in a really cool textured stitch pattern. We're going to do it in 2 colors and also in 1 color. And then at the end, all we have to do is finish off the bottom, make our little wrist strap, and we're all good to go. Now, I'm going to give an overview of the zipper and then we're just going to jump right into the purse. There is another video here on the channel that looks at setting up that zipper in depth if you need that kind of help. And as always, you can click over to the blog and get the full pattern all written out. So let's jump right in. The first thing I'm going to do is to set my zipper up with my chain stitches around it. I'm using a sort of pointy yarn needle. I'm using the yarn that I'm going to use in the project. And I had checked my gauge earlier. I'm making a conscious effort to make my stitches about 3 teeth, 1, 2, 3 in length. And for me, that worked out perfectly for the first round of my purse. You can go and measure, etc., etc. But if you want an in-depth look into how to set these zippers up for this type of project, there is a separate video and I will link that in the comments below. So what I'm going to do right now is set this zipper up and then we're going to come back and take a look at the crochet. This is a 9-inch zipper. It is the Fashion brand from Coats & Clark, and I like it because the fabric is a little looser weave and I really like the metal teeth. But the important part is it is 9 inches. All right, here is my zipper, which is all set up. And again, there are zipper videos if you want to go take a look at those. So moving on with my pattern, it says, now that I have 26 chain embroidery stitches up each side of the zipper and 1 long chain across each side. So it says for round 1, join A with a single crochet in either short side chain. So here is my short side chain. So that's my 1 long one right here. And to join with a single crochet, I'm just going to put a slip knot on my hook, stick my hook right in there, yarn over and draw up the loop, yarn over and draw through 2. I have finished my single crochet. I'm not going to join with a slip stitch and chain 1 or any of that kind of nonsense. I'm just going to go ahead and join with sort of a standing single crochet. Now it says single crochet in the same chain, so that's easy enough. And now it says, let's see, single crochet in each chain up one side of the zipper. So that's here. We're going to single crochet up here. So we're going to each chain stitch that we made, we're putting our hook under both legs of that stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2. Into the next stitch under both legs, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2. And what I like to do when I'm doing this is I like to just fold the fabric out of the way. So it really does look like you're just stitching in the top of any round or row of single crochet. And then it's a good idea to place a marker on that first stitch so you know where your round ends. Now for round 2, we're going to put 2 single crochets in each of the first 2 single crochets, single crochet in each of the next 27 single crochet, which is up one side. And then on the other short side, we're only going to make 1 increase. It's going to be 2 single crochet in the next single crochet, and then single crochet in each single crochet to the end of the round. And that will give me 59 stitches. So the reason we're doing that, when you are setting up your zipper with your chain stitches, you're going to always come up with an even number because you want the same number of stitches on each side so that when you put these crochet stitches in, they are evenly spaced. And then you have 2 short ends, so that's going to be a multiple 2, so that's even. For this stitch pattern, I want an odd number of stitches in my round. Now, if you have set your zipper up and you don't have 26 on each side plus 2 on the end, if you have 28 or 25 or 24 or whatever. Does this still work? Absolutely. Because this stitch pattern is a multiple of 2 plus 1. So again, if you're happy and your work is laying nice and flat, which this is, and you know, you have a different number of stitches on each side than I did, it's not the end of the world. Just keep following the pattern, understanding that your stitch count is going to be a little different. Now for rounds 3 and 4, we've done all our increasing. It's just single crochet all the way around. And remember to move that stitch marker up with every subsequent round so you know where it begins and ends. So I'm going to finish up those rounds, and I'm going to meet you back here at round 5, which is where the stitch pattern gets interesting. All right, here are my 4 rounds completed. This is a really great time to weave your ends in because you can reach. I'm not going to do it right this second because I want to move on with my video making, but you could take your ends from putting in your chain stitching and weave them into the single crochets right now, and then they will be out of your way. So I've completed round 4, I'm moving on to round 5, and I'm going to introduce my B color. So I am on the last single crochet in my A color. I've begun the stitch, and then I'm going to do my last yarn over with the new color, and I'm going to leave a nice long tail that I can weave in later. And I'm not going to cut my A color. What's going to happen, I'm going to change colors every round as I move up the purse, and I'm just going to float that yarn from one round to the next time I need it. There's no reason to cut it and have 275,000 ends at the end. So I'm going to put my A color aside and continue on with my B color, and I'm going to move this marker, but let me get it out of the way. So round 6, single crochet 1 below. Pardon me, round 5, I can't, Lord, with B, here we are, single crochet and next single crochet. There we go. And this will be really easy to find the end of the round, but I'm going to put my stitch marker in there just in case. Now it says SC1B, which is single crochet 1 below. So instead of going in the next single crochet that I might normally, I'm going into the single crochet that one is sitting in. So it's down here. There's my single crochet 1 below. So I have 1 normal height and 1 tall one, and we're going to do this all the way around. Single crochet, single crochet 1 below. So I'm going to find the next stitch, and I'm going to the stitch that it's sitting in. Single crochet, single crochet 1 below. You will develop a rhythm, and as you do additional rounds, it's much easier to see what you're doing. It's just this first one that requires a little bit of fiddling. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this round, and I'll meet you at the end of this round where we change colors again and move on to round 6. All right, we're coming up at the end of round 5. There's a single crochet 1 below and a single crochet. So you're going to begin and end the round with the same stitch. So I started with a single, I'm going to end with a single, and the reason is when I move on to the next round. So let me get my marker out of the way. I'm going to bring up my A color, and it's okay if this stitch is a little loose, it's because the end isn't woven in yet. We're not going to get excited. Do my last, let's get that out of the way. Let's do our last yarn over of the last stitch in the new color, and now I'm going to begin round 6 with A with a single crochet 1 below. And once again, I'm going to replace my stitch marker. For these 2 colors in particular, in some sections it's really easy to see the beginning of the round, but if, for example, you have the natural up against the natural in the multi, then you really can't see where the round ends. So I started with a single crochet 1 below. So now I'm going to just keep going in pattern. Single crochet, single crochet 1 below, single crochet, single crochet 1 below. I'm going to do that all the way around. Then I'm going to change back to the B color. and just follow the pattern. You're just going to repeat rounds 5 and 6 until the work measures 5 inches from the beginning of the crochet. Now, for those of you who don't like to count and just kind of want to read your stitches, the way to remember what you're doing is if you see a single crochet one below, you're going to put a single crochet in it. If you see a single crochet, you're going to put a single crochet one below in it. At no point are you putting single crochets in regular single crochets or single crochet one belows in single crochet one belows. It's always going to be an alternate stitch. So you're going to continue on until the work measures 5 inches from the start of the crochet, and then you're going to keep the same stitch pattern, but just to keep the texture the same, but you're going to go just to the one color. So here was our zipper. Here was our single crochet section. We're going in this direction. Here's our 2 color. We're going to go till it's 5 inches from the start of the crochet. Then I'm going to get rid of the B color. I'm going to keep the stitch pattern. And I'm going to keep going until it is, let me see what it says, 7.5 inches from the start of the crochet. And then I'm going to end off my A color. At that point, I'm going to fold it flat and single crochet the 2 sides together. From this side all the way across to this side, I'm going through the stitches on this half and the stitches on that half, and I'm catching 4 stitch legs, 2 from the front, 2 from the back. I'm going to single crochet that all the way over and weave in those ends. And for my strap, all I'm going to do is chain 6, single crochet in the second chain from hook and in each chain across, and I'm going to keep working rows of single crochet until I have a strap the length that I want. Now this is 14 inches because I wanted to put my whole hand in there and hold the bag like this. But the other thing I recommended, if you wanted to maybe put it on your belt loop, or on your belt rather, use this as a belt loop and put it on your belt so that you could have your hands free if you're out having a little vacation moment, then you might want to make the strap shorter. When I've got that strap as long as I want, I'm going to fold it in half, single crochet the 2 sides together, end off leaving a nice long tail, and then I just grabbed my tapestry needle and whip stitched it into place on one side of the bag, and then you're all done. You may have a couple of ends to weave in, but that's all she wrote. So thank you so much for joining me here. I'm Mary Beth Temple on the Hooked for Life with Mary Beth Temple channel. Please like this video. Please give us a subscribe. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you again here real soon. Bye-bye.